Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. I am Mr. JP. The game is Out of Ore. Big thank you to the subscribers and viewers out there. Thank you for all your feedback as well. Really appreciate it. And it gives me ideas. One of my subscribers suggested I build a garage. I'm okay with the idea, but I think that's more of a 7 days to die plan, because having a garage there is kind of important. Here I wanted something more useful, so you can see there's a big concrete enclosure up on the horizon there. So zoom in a little, because otherwise I'm going to have problems. So yeah, done a little bit of modification on my waste pile over there. Got my dumper rigged up and ready to go. So we're going to fire up, if I can actually see it. There we go. Fire up this end machine here, because this one's going to be doing some work. Turn them all on. That way I can use any hopper I like. Because this is just a quick demonstration gameplay video, probably only going to be 15 minutes or so, because I've got an appointment at midday, so with upload time and everything I'd like to get it out before lunchtime. We've got all our machinery running up there, so yeah, I'll go up the staircase. That I need to rebuild this, it doesn't quite line up. You have to jump at this floor level, there we go. But other than that, I need to put some handrails in. Quite like this little hopper column. So that's what's in there, is a pair of hoppers. I'll just change view. There you go, you see. And so yeah, that runs with this loader here. I'm wondering whether to adjust how this hopper is. Yeah, I'll quickly do that. Adjust this hopper. Just going to open up the end of the hopper here, and so yeah, opening up the end of the hopper there, and I'm just going to install a couple of these panels like this. So hopefully now I can come in with a loader and drop in there, sort of thing. I don't like how that looks. Really don't like how that looks. So we'll just take that out. I'll just come in on the angle and dump, I think. Probably be easier. That's what I'll... yeah, I'll leave it as is for the moment, yeah. Have a play with that later. So yeah. Got those loaders running that hopper, and then there's this arrangement, which is lots of little hoppers at the top, big conveyor underneath going to the end machine, and lots of hoppers and raising conveyors out of there. Because this is what I've been building during the morning and night. Don't need that panel in there anymore, so that can go. Don't fall in the hoppers, JP. Don't fall in the hoppers. Right, and over here we've got the Bulldozer. So yeah, we're going to be doing a bit of dozing. Zoom out a little. Always lift your hook. Make sure your blade's on full cut for this kind of game. And we're going to see if this works. I haven't actually used this yet, so this could go horribly wrong and we could end up with a big mess. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's drop the blade here and get a bit of a push going. Don't want to drop the blade too far, you can't push the world, so just take small skims with the dozer. And okay, so the rocks are hanging up hanging up in the middle of the hoppers. I was worried about that, but the majority are going in. So let's see if we can remove that lump. There we go. So that's working quite nicely at that point, and so we'll take another cut out. Just slowly work this wall away, you see. Taking too deep, come to a halt, you see. Make sure your tracks are on the ground. Push. Cut about 1/4 of the blade, and it should be piling up material. What's going on here? There we go. I actually tipped the black blade back a little bit by pressing shift. It was cutting too hard. That's what the problem was there. So yeah, that machinery should now be running and filling up my dumper with dirt. So do another cut here and level this off, because the dozers seem to require a level surface at the moment, for whatever reason. They're not very good in rough ground. So yeah, this is what I've currently been spending a lot of my time doing, is playing Bulldozer in this setup, just because eventually when the game is stable enough, because currently if you dig for long enough you seem to fill up a file or folder that gets too full and the game starts to lag really badly. So we're just going to bulldoze some material in here and just see what kind of figures start cropping up on the income. Assuming the, there we go. So, go back, take a bit more. And this is the trick to it, is just to keep taking small amounts of material towards these hoppers, building up the floor until you've got a big pile of material in front of them, because that's what the dozer's good at, is piling up material. And yeah, so eventually I'm going to end up with a big flat plateau here, and that hill is coming this way. I think is probably going to be the method. So we'll see what goes down. I might dig the hopper in and just keep moving the hopper along. So yeah, so I'm going to push all this material up, cut away that hill, expose the lithium seam. That's the idea. I'm going to keep pushing material until the frame rate starts to drop. Need a lot more material up here, so push a bit more out of these piles. Blade over a little, there we go. And now you can see I've pushed up the slope and I'm sort of stuck, so I've raised the blade fully, let it all pile out, pull back, drop the blade again, and just gently top. You can just gently take the top off the pile, move it forward, keep gunning forward, and you'll just throw it forward quite a distance, come back again, take the top of the pile. I think a lot of the problems people are having with the dozer is they're trying to take too much. If you watch dozers working a site, they tend to just go backwards and forwards, taking these little skims gently out the terrain, like this. See that? Builds up that lump, and then you just move it along. Like that. So now I've been doing these skims and stuff, taking these lumps out, building up a bit of material. Go in here, try not to cut too deep, and just gently take some of the material and move it up the slope again, like that. And so yeah, that's what I've been doing a lot of the time, is just building up this material. There is a lot of material. I've moved half a mountain here. Because all of this was the same height as that hopper. But we'll just push some more material in now. There we go. You can see there's some materials hanging up on the middle of the hopper. I don't know whether that's being absorbed or not. I might try putting some dividing walls back in. Let's see how that goes. Let's just clean this wall off. There we go. And you see how I just slid up then. Nothing I could do about it. It wasn't going to cut in. I just slid along. So when that happens, back up, because you're probably hitting what I call a visual voxel, which the bulldozer doesn't recognise. But I've heard that the bulldozer blade's actually centred on the centre rather than being linear, so if that's the case, that'll be why. So yeah, I'm just going to see if I can get a bit down angle going down here. So push a massive amount into this hopper. There we go. Maybe I've built these the wrong way around, maybe I should have kept them the other way around, but say 90 degrees to how they are now. But I was having some significant problems with overspill. The bulls were going 4 squares beyond and were landing on the ground, and it was backfilling and causing me problems with jammed hoppers, solid material in them. So I ripped it all out. Actually had to get the explosives out after saying I wasn't going to bang up here to one of my subscribers. I actually had a bit of a bang with some ampo just to break up the ground under here, because it turns out I'm near the stone layer in the middle here. I wasn't getting anywhere with 500 at all, and so yeah, I went in with some of the smallest ampo explosives and just blew it out. Seemed to do the job. Got me some got me some depth, an extra block's worth, which is what exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, don't overdo it with the explosives, I think is the trick. Use the smaller ones for stuff you want to mine out, and it just blows about a block's worth of depth out. Probably go in with a dozer and clean it, and then use a loader to pick it up, or build a dozer hopper, whichever way you wanted to do it. Really, it's up to you. Depends whether you're step mining or not. I'm going to experiment with different bits of mining. Another user pointed out that I was near, there's a massive lithium seam near me. I know about the one that's just uphill towards the nearest comm tower. I know that's a big one. I know that there's also a massive coal seam just north of my coal mine, but to give you an idea of the long-term plan for the hill that I mentioned or alluded to in the comment, the hill that I'm talking about is this one here, with this lithium seam here. All of this stuff we're on is going to be removed up to that wall there, and then I'm just going to take that step back into that big hill where there's 3 lithium seams in a row running up it. This is going to be the big strip mine. Over at that tower where that big lithium seam is, I'm going to have another one, and then we're going to go down that hill and along to the other tower, and there's seam after seam along there. So I'm going to build the road past the seams, and then I'm going to go in and take the seams out as individuals to try and work on road building techniques and basically how to start new seams, because people seem to be struggling a little with how the game's resources are laid out. So we're going to get more exploring in future. We're going to be going away from this area, and the gameplay will be sort of filmed after I've done a load of bulldozing, loaded up the machines, and we'll just go away and come back and grab some roadstone occasionally. On the subject of roadstone, I probably should check that dumper over. Starting to see some frame rate drops now. Might be because that dumper's full. As I say, overflowing dumpers appear to be a bit of a problem. I don't know whether it's the main. I'm playing the main branch, and there is a dev branch. I don't know whether it's on the dev branch one, but apparently the reason the excavators are unstable is because their bucket's 15 tons, which a 30-ton machine, 15 tons on the end of an arm, it's not going to be the most stable thing in the world. Anyone who's seen how fairground rides can shake, rattle and roll when they're on soft ground, the mobile ones, yeah, because they've got uneven weights on arms and stuff flying around, and they sometimes shake their way into the deck quite a distance, or out the deck quite a distance, depending on how they're mounted. So yeah, when you work fairground rides, it becomes a little more exciting because you know what can go wrong. A lot of people don't really think about it when they're on them. People who get on them after they've just been set up and are testing them do. So yeah, we've been bulldozing in here for a couple of minutes. End that. Run over here. We'll see what the machine's doing. Yeah, it's flowing in nicely. Flowing in nicely. Flowing in nicely. Very nice. Okay, so that's all running nicely. This dumper should be full. So yeah, I've adjusted how my waste pile works down there. I've just put in basically a ski jump for waste material, and so it's bouncing down the hill a bit more satisfactorily now, getting away from the pile. Going to go in with a 500 loader and tidy that up at some point. So yeah, just go down and check out the progress on this bit of road that I'm building. Not much else has happened, but you can see that's the start of the next bit of the mine there, which is going to take out these lithium seams just up this hill from me. Going to expand this corner, going to build up this section of the road a bit more so it's a bit shallower. Seams in there that I'm going to take out, the seams over there that I'm going to take out that I've started digging into. Sorry about the jerkiness of the camera there. Some people are saying this game makes them feel sick when they play it because of the speed of the camera and stuff, but If it turned up the mouse response for operating the machinery, you could turn back the sensitivity for looking around. So yeah, there's that seam there, which is huge. Going to get down here with the excavator and find out what all of these are. But yeah, we're going across the top of this seam over here, onto that ridge line and over to that marker. So yeah, we are getting there slowly. Still not liking how the dumper tips out. As you can see, it can be a bit finicky. Could use stronger language here. It can be a, yeah, insert your favourite expletive, really. So yeah, we're tipping out though. It's going, and I'm just going to come through here with the loader and cut into the hill and tip it out along the line of sort of where I'm tipping, and build up the level to get me a sort of a smooth road through here. As you can see, there's seams on the left, there's seams on the right. Once they're all taken out, this road will be sort of elevated. It's going to be kind of cool, I hope. I did think about putting a bridge across this gully up here, but with all the seams that are going to be taken out down here around the bottom of this hill, I think I'm going to leave that for the moment. This whole thing may end up as a bridge between these two big mines. I don't know. Depends how long the save survives, because if the mining lag that I'm suffering is because it's an old save, I need to ask a question in the Discord, really. Could start a new one and see whether it's still present, I suppose. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I might try that this afternoon after my appointment. But yeah, yeah, we're coming up on that 15-minute. I said I was going to keep it short, but you can see how slow the dumper is getting up that hill. It needs adjustment. I might put in a second road down the other side of the hill. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so all in all, I'm still loving this game. Like, still loving this game. And I'm also loving the viewer response. It's amazing to me. If you're interested in Out of Ore, hit the subscribe button. Feel free to get in contact. Some of the guys who have commented, one of them's a member of my Discord group that I've started. I think it's Mr. JP Games and Analysis. And it's an and sign, not the and typed. So that's my Discord. I don't know if it's publicly visible. So yeah, let's test that out. Someone contact me on YouTube. I'll try and remember to stick a freaking link or something. I need to work out how to use Discord, basically, guys. But yeah, I'm hoping to get a bit of a community going where we can chat about Out of Ore independently to the NMC modding Discord, because that's kind of busy. So yeah, if you like me and you like the videos, feel free to get in touch, and we'll see if we can start something, see if I can learn how to use it. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Hope this update's been informative, and I hope to show some more progress later on. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys. Look after yourselves. Goodbye.